Alright, I am going to attempt to showcase how I got my Sony Inzone earbuds to work. I meant to put this video out a long time ago, but I was just slacking on it. This is to get audio to play through your earbuds while you play PlayStation, or you're gaming on your PC. But this setup works specifically for like dual setups. In this case, I'm running a streaming PC, a gaming PC, and a PlayStation 5. And I use the earbuds. I'm able to use the earbuds for both the gaming PC and the PlayStation 5 while still hearing everything coming from my streaming PC. So without further ado, let's jump into it. One of the biggest things that worked for me was downloading the Wavelink software. This guy right here, when you finish downloading it, it's gonna give you this give you these. Usually you have to put your own input in. This is where you would add it right here, add an audio input. This is the way mine's set up. Currently, I don't think I need this one, which is why I muted it on both ends. You have your headphone, which is what you hear in your audio, and then you have what the audience hears, the playback. And you can really hear this part if you go down here and you make sure this isn't muted. If you don't want to hear it, you unmute it. But in this case, I want to be able to hear everything. So I have it unmuted. 1 second here. Okay. So that's that. With this program, I believe you need one of 4 things. There's like 2 different mics you need that are both wave mics. The other option's an XLR from Wave, from Wavelink, and then the 4th option is a Stream Deck Plus. That is what I'm using. So if you don't have any of those, you're gonna have a hard time getting this thing to work because it only recognizes those 4 things, from my understanding. So there's alternatives. There was another one called Beacon, Beacn, I believe. It's spelled funky, but I think the O is the only thing missing from the actual word. And that's just kind of a similar process. Like, you need a specific the specific models for that application, like a mic, or its own XLR. I can't remember what the devices were. But yeah, so if you don't have these, this video is not going to help you, because this is the only way I was able to get it to work. Alright, so with that being said, so what you want to add is, you want to add your system. This is like all your system alerts and whatnot. Right now, I had this set up to where my music was playing separately, but now my music is playing on my system, which isn't the end of the world. So, if that's a big deal to you, you can try to figure it out. But for video purposes, keeping this to the point, I'm just gonna leave it like it is. You want a line in port. Mine's line in Realtek high definition audio. This is where your game's gonna come out, your sound's gonna come out of. And then voice chat. Again, I had this working for Discord, I believe, but they all kind of meshed into the system. So yeah, you just got a bunch of different options, but realistically, system and line in is the only one that I really need. Then you go down here. This is where you want your monitor mix, the output. You want to be able to hear everything through your earbuds, so you change it, the monitor mix, to speakers, Inzone, buds, game. There's another one called chat. The audio is different, doesn't sound as good, so make sure you're always on game. I can show you guys what it looks like too. or not. Oh, where is it at? Oh, right here. Inzone Buds chat. That one. You want the speakers Inzone Bud game. So make sure you have that checked. Stream mix. Now, when I followed somebody else's guide, this was supposed to be like a stream output, but I was never able to get the stream output, so I just use it as my speakers. This is where I can hear everything out through my my actual speakers that I have. So there's that. Most of the time I leave this muted because I don't want it to play. I don't want it to play my music like, and my microphone picks it up, so it's playing it twice. But yeah, this is ideally everything you want set up in Wavelink. Let's go to like the settings. Setting wise, you want your settings like this. Bear with me because I don't go through these all that often. I usually just go through this page, but choose where to play sound. This is your output. You want this on a Wavelink system, but after a while it's gonna like default to where is it at? It like defaults to Elgato sound capture if you have sound capture. I have it on here, so I think it defaults. Where did it go? Of course I can't find it. Maybe it's because I'm live and well, right now it's defaulting to Wavelink, but a lot of times it'll like default to sound capture for Elgato. So keep in mind, I don't think it's the end of the world. I think my audio still works when it does that, but I also have certain things, and we'll get into it. Input doesn't matter. It's whatever you want your voice to be heard through. For me, Yeti microphone. I will say this: your headset mic will not work on PlayStation, or it won't even work on. It won't work on your game when you're gaming on your PC either, because you gotta remember your dongle that comes with it, or the headset is connected to the streaming PC, so that's where the microphone's gonna play from. So no microphone on. Make sure you have a mic, an alternate mic that you can't use for gaming, or that you can use to talk to. With that being said, you also don't get live. You can't communicate to like live games, or like if you're, let's say you're in a Call of Duty lobby and everybody's just talking, you can't talk there. This is where you'll want to have Discord. For me, it's not the end of the world because I use Discord every time I play anyway. I don't really care for talking to strangers. But if that's a hassle for you, this is probably not the setup for you. Best of luck to those that try to game with these earbuds and stream at the same time. But back to what I was going through. Like I said, mine's my actual streaming mic, the Yeti. Go to advanced. Let's check out sound services or sound devices. I'm trying to think here. I don't think there's anything here that you need to worry about. Yeah, I don't have to worry about anything here. Let's just go back, check out. We do want to see the volume mixer though. So this is like where you can specifically set things up, like Discord. I think this is probably why my stuff doesn't work. Wavelink voice chat. So yeah, I can do this, output that, input, microphone. Like I said, the input doesn't really matter. I don't know why I have two Discords, but I should probably make sure I can hear it. Elgato sound capture tray. I have Normally I typically have this set to Wavelink system, just in case it wants to default the Elgato sound capture. It wants to default to that. I always make sure that output's going to Wavelink, so it sources it back to what I want it to source to. And I think that's why I've never had issues when it does default to Elgato sound capture for output. Hey, stop it. iTunes or whatever music source you use, you want to default this to your music section. This is probably also why my stuff wasn't working earlier, because my stuff's on default right now. But that's how you would change it. And now if I go to listen to music, let's see. Okay, maybe not. It's still on system. I bet if I restarted the app though, it would work. Wavelink, I just have that as default. All honesty, like, you can put system, but just leave that one as default. But soundboard, system sounds, I have these on default. You can't really change those ones. But yeah, so that's what you want to. That's what you want to do. That'll also help. If I remember how to get to the other sound part. This newer Windows throws me off. Open volume mixer, sound settings. No, that's not that one. Oh, it's not this one either. Let's see. There's a part where you're supposed to like go through like specifics where it shows like the recordings and whatnot. I'm just having a hard time finding it. Advanced? Nope. Where is it at? Well, so much for more sound settings. I always check this and it doesn't work. Oh, here it is. That was the right one. Okay. So here's your sound. Here's your more sound settings. I basically disabled a lot of stuff, so it wasn't. I disabled everything that I didn't want to use. See, there it goes again. The Elgato sound capture is what it's defaulting to. But realistically, I want it to default to system. Set as default. Maybe it's default device. That's what that's set as. There we go. Now it says it's set as default communications device. Can I not have it as both? Interesting. Okay. Well, I think I had this as default communication, so we're just gonna leave it like that. I'm trying to think here. I don't think I did anything different here. But for the purposes of making sure you guys have a similar layout. I'm trying to record here? What the hell? Levels. In-game earbuds, show this. All good. Let's see this. Properties. All good. Well, let's check this one because this is an important one. I think on this one I unchecked everything because I didn't want the Elgato to take, like, I didn't want it to take control of the sounds and stuff. But yeah, you want to just try to disable anything that's not that stuff. Obviously, sound capture left. All the Wavelink stuff is left. The earbuds, the game and chat I left alone, and then I left my speakers alone, and then basically just kept everything that would work. But yeah, so I would check this to make sure everything looks right. Like I said, it could make a difference, but you won't know if you don't look at it. Input. Here we're good with the input. Okay. So yeah, that should be everything on the systems, like for the streaming PC settings. We can take a look at the OBS real quick. Show you guys what I did here. Let's see. So Yeti stays. Well, it's a little harder to see on this one because I would have to go here. But let's see here. Properties. Yeah, microphone. Alright. This one you guys probably won't get a visual, but at least you'll know what I'm talking about. Okay. Trying to think. My 4K for my PlayStation's fine. I didn't do anything different there. Music, properties, Windows, music, no, that's fine. Alert channel points. Yeah, that's all good. Let's just try to go to settings. Here. We gotta put it. We can't do this. I just want to make sure I show everything. You know, when I typically watch these videos, they're not showing everything, so I want to show you guys everything. Make sure you guys have it all. General's fine. Stream's fine. Output, streaming. Audio. I don't think there's anything here that you guys need to worry about. Alright, in this audio spot, I have desktop audio default, desktop audio 2 disabled, mic auxiliary device not connected or not available.
Hey, don't like that.
Yeah, everything else is disabled. So pretty self-explanatory. And I didn't tell them those hotkeys are messed with. Video, nothing. Yeah, I don't think there's nothing really there, honestly, other than that audio part. I would just make sure that looks like mine if you're going with this setup. But that's what I got for that. Let's go to the gaming PC real quick. Okay, this makes a difference on the gaming PC. I run two different monitors, one for my PlayStation, one for my PC, because one's a 4K and one's a 240 hertz monitor. So on my PC, I also let's get to the how I run this outlet with wiring. So I have a splitter. You need a splitter cord for this if you're going to run two different monitors. If you only run one monitor, it should work with just one auxiliary jack. It needs to be a male to male. Don't ask what the millimeter thing is. I couldn't tell you off the top of my head. But you just know you need two males for each, one for each end. So you plug for the dual setup. You would need a splitter. You put the splitter in the back end of your streaming PC, where it says line in. The color will be like a light blue. If yours isn't colored or whatever, check for the line in. But I think most of them are colored. So you want it line in, and you want to connect both your males. You'd have to run two male audio jacks, one for each monitor. If you're just doing the one monitor setup, where you're playing both your games on PC and your PlayStation, then you would run it on one monitor, and you only need the one male to male audio jack, and you wouldn't need a splitter for that. But back to what I was saying. So you put the splitter in, you connect the two male cords, and then each male the other ends of each male are gonna go connect to your back of your monitor or wherever your audio jack is. For my 240 hertz monitor, it's underneath the monitor on the bottom, so I'd connect it to that one. And then on my PlayStation 1, on my 4K one that I use for my PlayStation, it's on the back side. But there's only one auxiliary jack or microphone jack slot, so that's where you plug it into. This is where your audio is going to come from. This is how you're going to get audio back to your streaming PC. Okay, so now going with that. Oh, and another note, make sure your monitor volume is up. I will demonstrate what it looks like. Menu mode. Oh, you guys can't actually see that. Okay, you can't see that. But you have settings on your monitors. They might not have speakers, but they have a volume setting for your headphones and stuff when you plug those in. So you want to make sure that volume's just all the way up, or to where you can hear it loud enough and it's not blowing your ears out. For me, I had to turn mine up because the volume's not that loud if you don't. So I would just automatically turn it to 100. You can adjust the settings in your on your streaming PC through your Wavelink app. and lower it if it's too loud. But I would turn up both your monitors or your one monitor if you only run the one up to 100. Okay, so going to the sound capture, we go to PC gaming. Don't even worry about the off team chat and music. Go to PC gaming. This is specifically for the gaming PC, okay? Because obviously we're not on the PlayStation. The PlayStation wouldn't have sound capture. It would be convenient because I'm sure you might be able to work this without Wavelink better using this. But you go sound capture. You want to make sure this is open every time you're playing on your gaming PC. Otherwise, you're not going to get that audio. At least for me, it doesn't work. Where you want to hear your PC game play, that's defaulted to Elgato. So we just leave it on that. Which input is your Elgato capture device connected to? We just leave that at none. Go to advanced. These are all checked. No audio input. Again, like I said, you're gonna have to listen through everything through Discord or talk to your friends. So this is why we don't have an input, because I don't run a second mic, second streaming mic. I only have one mic. So I just leave it at none, so I can talk to my friends through my streaming mic. Hey. Shh. Okay, so where do you want to hear your audio? I have unmuted Elgato, the NVIDIA high definition. I unmuted line out to streaming, headset, earphone wireless controller, that's muted. Speakers, the controller for your head, or the speakers for your controller, that's all muted. I had SteelSeries, so that's still showing. That's muted. And then my monitor, my 240 hertz monitor, I have that muted. So, the only two things that should be unmuted are your line out to your streaming PC and your Elgato for advanced settings. And from there, everything should work. Now, just to show you guys. So I can hear this twice. I am hearing things twice. Okay. So obviously I did something wrong. I think there's like a setting you have to change when you're playing on your gaming PC versus your PlayStation. So back to the sound capture. Let me pull this up, please. That's wrong. That's Jesus. Wavelink. I shouldn't be hearing this. Okay, just to verify. Okay. So that's the difference. When you go to your gaming PC, you need to turn off. You need to mute the line in, or else you'll hear the audio twice. It's the second one we put on the Wavelink. But yeah, you mute the headphone one and you mute the audience one, and you won't hear things twice. You only hear it through your main source. Your streaming OBS will still capture the audio, but you'll also be able to hear it yourself. And if I'm not mistaken, it's because of this. Let me try closing that. Yeah, see, now I don't hear anything. Let me go back to my Wavelink. Yeah, I don't hear anything at all. Oh, there we go. Why is it? I'm hearing things twice. Yikes. That's weird, considering the settings are... Alright, so going back to what I was saying. You want your sound capture to be on. It can work without it, but you're gonna start hearing you're gonna hear doubles. And I haven't figured out how to turn that off. So you want your sound capture on, and then in your Wavelink on your streaming PC, you're just gonna wanna mute the headset and the audience portion in the line-in chat area. Yeah, that fixed it. So let's go, just to show you guys, let's go back to the stream PC and then show what it looks like live. Alright, so this is what I'm talking about. This right here, system's all, that's good, but your line in, this is unmuted when you're playing on your PlayStation. This is how you're going to be able to hear the audio and share the audio. But you want these both muted when you're on your gaming PC. Because if you don't, see how it's unmuted? Go back to the gaming PC real quick. And maybe you guys don't hear this twice. But for me, in my earbuds, I can hear it twice. So you want to make sure like I said, you want to make sure that line in section's all muted when you have the gaming PC, when you're on your gaming PC. And with that, the Elgato sound capture on, you'll be able to play your games and hear your stream alerts and all that, channel points, whatever you activates from your system. But yeah, that's the game part. Let's go to the PlayStation. Just a second as I switch all the monitors. Put this all over here. That's over there. Put this over here. All right. Now let's go to the monitor, or go to the game. switch our monitor over in games. All right. So this is your PlayStation setup. Now for this, sound obviously needs to be on output device. Unless you have another headset connected to it, it's just going to default to that anyway. You want to make sure it's HDMI device. TV. This doesn't matter. Obviously, it's defaulting to controller because that's the only mic I have. But really, you can just mute that. Mute your mic to begin with. So you don't ever have to worry about. I guess you can do it from your controller too. That's what it's doing. So just mute it from your controller. I usually get reminded that I'm getting double audio from my buddy. So with that, oops, I opened the wrong application. So going back to your Wavelink, like I said, difference is you want to make sure line in part is unmuted. PlayStation, it needs to be unmuted. For gaming PC, it needs to be muted. That way you don't hear doubles. If you mute it on your PlayStation, you won't hear the audio. And that kind of defeats the whole purpose. Your chat will hear the audio, but you won't. Because you have it muted. But yeah, plain and simple. It's simple if you have, like I said, if you have the Wavelink. Anything the Wavelink needs to run. But that's how I did it. That's how it works for me. Don't think I have any issues with it. I'm able to have my controller plugged in, no buzzing. But yeah, I think that covers everything. Remember, your dongle needs to be in your streaming PC. It's probably going to be in the back side of it. There's a USB-C port that it plugs into, and you need that. You'll need that connected in order for everything to work out as well. But shouldn't be a problem because every one of these earbud sets come with one. And then the dongle itself has a switch. I left mine on PC just because it's running through a PC. I don't know if that necessarily matters as much, but just to make sure yours is matching like mine is to make it work, just leave it on PC. Save yourself time. But yeah, I don't think there's anything else I have to go over. I can talk about the audio.
Hey, no.
The audio setup real quick.
You don't need to touch it.
On OBS. Elgato advanced audio. Let's see, alert box, channel points. I have monitor and output for the audio monitoring. Alerts, monitor and output. Desktop audios, monitor and output. Discord chat, monitor off. Elgato 4K, monitor off. Game audio, monitor and output. Music is monitor off. Razer, my camera's monitor off. Stream Deck audio, monitor off. And the Yeti monitor off. And I'll just show you a visual, even though I just said it out loud. That way you guys can pause it. You can pause it if you need to. Alright. Back to... Okay. Ignore the playlist. You guys aren't ready for that. Okay. make this bigger. Okay. That doesn't do me any good. Let me try that again. Advanced. Why isn't it showing everything now? Oops. All of a sudden it's not. Oh, it's because I only have PC. Damn it. I was wondering why it wasn't showing everything. Okay, it's not gonna show me the PlayStation one because I go to when I switch to a live PC, the streaming PC, it just goes defaults back to that specific settings. So again, I'll just go back through it. Alert box channel points, desktop audio, game audio. Those are all monitor and output. Everything else is monitor off. Which, going off of this right now, I have Stream Deck audio, game audio, and desktop audio all off, muted anyway, so. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else. But let me know if you guys have any issues. I'll try to go through and respond. But that's going to do it for the video. Thanks for stopping by.